Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. As many of you might have seen in my last video, we had Hurricane Helene come by and cause major damage at our house. I showed you guys last time we had a giant oak tree fell through the house. Here you guys can see where the tarp is. We got major structural damage. The roof is completely destroyed and many other things inside. So we had two giant trees came down on our property. Very unlucky, but there's a silver lining to the end because now we can rebuild it. And usually when you rebuild something, you make it better than what it is before. So I'm going to show you guys quickly how we got rid of these trees and then get a closer look at all the damage. So let's get right into it. It's going.
Hold on to it. Hey, beautiful. That goes bad.
So once that stump grinder made very little work of that giant root ball and the little stump that was left, I was left with a giant pile of mulch that I have to take care of. So that's going to be fun little back-breaking work, but looking forward to my little bit of exercise. Now that all the trees are gone, let's take a look at some damage. So let's take a quick look from the inside how bad the damage is. From the outside, it looks like there's a lot of roof damage. Obviously there is. However, on the inside, you can clearly see that there is a lot of structural damage. So this is some bulkheads of the roof that came through. This chandelier held up pretty good for the situation it is in. And then over here, we can see the structural damage in this wall. This whole wall split open. Basically, the sheetrock split open, and that caused... And that's a sign of the fracture inside the walls, that there is something wrong inside. And I'm sure we're going to discover a lot more damage when they open up everything over here. So as you guys can also see, this window completely popped out. And that's just a sign, in my opinion, that there is a lot of damage inside the wall there. There's also a crack down here. And yeah, that is not a good sign. So that I believe they're going to rebuild this whole wall over here. And then obviously the whole ceiling as well, completely ripped out everywhere. And of course there is a lot of damage. And then going into the kitchen with that canopy, as you guys saw from the outside, it didn't look that bad. However, you can clearly see on the inside the structural damage there is. Everywhere it's cracked, this sheetrock popped out, and these corners completely split apart. So just take a look there, look at the ceiling, it also completely split open. There's cracks everywhere on all the seams. Got a brick pop out there. And that is just a sign of structural damage all the way through. On this side as well, there's a big crack, and of course this whole window is completely destroyed. So we love to hear the bird noises early morning because it's nice and loud without the window. And then also here by the cabinets, I'm not sure if you guys can see, there is a slight gap over there. That means this whole cabinet shifted, and I'll show you guys on the inside. You'll also be able to tell in the back there, that seam completely split apart, and that was not like that before. So it seems like this whole roof ceiling area section got some damage on the inside that we're not aware of. So in order to replace this whole ceiling over here, because they're gonna have to take everything out because they're gonna redo the whole roof, we're gonna have to remove all the upper cabinets, everything all around. So there is gonna be a lot of work to be done. We're also gonna do a couple of other things, additional additions or add-ons or subtractions of a couple of things, but we are very excited for the new build. I am planning something special over here, but you guys will just have to stay tuned to see what we're doing. So now we can have a closer look to see all the damage we have here on this concrete dock. It is pretty bad. I think it's going to be extensive repair work. I'm not too sure yet, but I believe they might have to take off this whole concrete slab and re-pour the whole thing completely. It is on columns, so but I'm not too sure how they're going to fix it, or they're going to drill in some rebar over here, reform these sections up, and also re-pour it. So I got two of these spots damaged. So these two, there is still an umbrella in there. So this is two damaged areas where the big part of a tree fell through. And we also have this little spot over here where a branch fell through. So there is quite extensive damage on this dock. And this is where the beach area is. This whole concrete also got lifted up. It's like a little curb that prevents water from washing out when the water is very full. Like you guys saw earlier, when the tree fell, the water level was all the way up. Because from all that rain from the hurricane, all the rivers were full and it kind of flooded. I won't say flood, but it filled up the lake all the way to the top. So that's why the water was over the normal level. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun project. I am not gonna do this myself. I'm gonna get professionals to do this because this is gonna take a lot of work and probably gonna need some equipment doing this. And this is what's also left of the grill. Not much, but you can tell it was a grill at one time. As you guys saw, there is a lot of damage and we're gonna do a lot of work over here. As of this recording, it is beginning of November. I am still waiting on a contractor to give me pricing on some of the repair work. Because of the roof, I am not gonna be doing that work. I'm gonna be doing some of the finish work on the inside. I'm gonna leave that to the professionals, same as the concrete, to do the major stuff that is a little bit out of my wheelhouse. I probably can do it, but it'll take me a lot longer. And I would just like to get everything finished so we can get back into the house. I actually did get a price for the concrete, and that is going to be around $30,000 to redo this whole concrete slab, which is a little bit shocking in my opinion. However, something that might be a little bit crazy and a surprise to you all, these two trees that was cut down that you guys just saw, the guy quoted me, and I kind of didn't really have a choice at the time, $15,000. It was a lot. I didn't have time to shop around because I thought I need to get these trees off ASAP so I can start the insurance process, get the adjuster out here. So I felt like a little bit of taken advantage of. However, the insurance adjuster said that's not the worst. He's seen people going up to $20,000-$30,000 to remove a couple of trees. So I am gonna show you guys every step of the way, from everything that we're gonna do, from doing the concrete work, rebuilding the roof, everything in between. I'm very excited for the rebuild and the finished product. We're also gonna do a lot of work on the inside, because while we're in there, we might as well knock a few things out. Make sure to subscribe not to miss anything. Thank you so much for all the support. You guys must have a wonderful day. Until next time, goodbye. Hello guys. As many of you might have seen in my last video right there.
Now it's just only got like an inch and a half of wood right there.
Yeah.
That pressure on it is.
I mean, it's only an inch and a half, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, fuck. That ain't gonna be